Hi y'all, this is the Oklahoma Grammy. My name is Sandra and I am going to be showing you how easy it is to prepare meals in a jar. We're going to do some canning. I've already got some stuff mixed up. You're going to see me a lot in this t-shirt because I'm going to do like maybe a video in a video, and I have trouble seeing right now, and so I want to bring y'all along that way, you know, give you something that I haven't been able to do because I had a stroke about 3 weeks ago, and so it's really messed with my eyes and I can't see very well. But I love y'all and let's get started. So our first one that we're going to do is lasagna, and I'm going to take and let me get my other little video going because I want to show you exactly how it's done, and you can see from here, okay, and I'll lift it up. But the other one is also going to show you that I'm going to add in you know, how easy it is to make these meals. Your quart jars, you're going to pressure can for 90 minutes, or you're going to water bath for 3 hours because they have meat in them. Some of them that I'm going to do doesn't have any meat in it, and I just want to bring y'all along and show you how simple all this is and how easy you can make meals for your family that you can have readily available. You know, maybe there might be a storm coming where you don't have any power, or just something, you know, out of our hands that we have no control over. And all you will have to do is just heat this up. One of the things that I'm going to stress very, very seriously, we all know what's going on in the world, and you know, we need to be prepared as we can. And this way, you know that you have food readily available. You can also get canned goods like ravioli, SpaghettiOs, spaghetti in a can, and everything. But I have a large family, so I need to make sure that my family has what they need if we go without power for quite a while. There is some little butane one-burner stoves that you could use in your home safely, and I would, you know, maybe you guys might want to get something like that. That way you'll have a way if you don't have any power to heat everything back up, and that way you'll have something nutritious. So our first one that we're going to do is lasagna. Now it's very easy. We're going to take a little scoop. You need a little scoop like this, okay? It's very important. Here, you want to make sure you fill around your jar and there's no nicks, no sharp edges or anything like that. You want to take your lids and you want to inspect them, go around them, make sure it's got a good seal, make sure that see, and that's what you want. You want a lid that you could pop in and out like that. You want to hear that sound that you're going to be using, that you have a good lid. Also go around, make sure that you don't have any kind of indentation on the sides of your rims, and put it back in there. And you want to do the same thing with your not your lid, but your little screw part that goes on it. Go around it on the inside, make sure you don't have any indentations on the outside of it and everything. That's important, that way it helps it seal. Okay, with my lids, the way that they're making lids now, I don't have to put them in water or anything. You just set them on top of here and it's fine. Just make sure you get a wet rag or something before you put your lid on it. And you know, water, a lot of people uses vinegar. I'm not real big on using vinegar unless I'm using something like a brine or something in the jar that already uses vinegar. So I'm just going to use a a wet rag and clean this off as I go. So let's get started. Let's put our little cup in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some, this is my homemade spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce and hamburger meat that I fried up. Now, a lot of people like to do meat in a jar that is not cooked. I don't like doing that. So I went ahead and cooked the meat, and I added my pasta sauce to it and 2 quarts of water. Now that's important that you use 2 quarts of water because you don't want it to be a thick sauce because it needs to cook the noodle. And the noodle that I got was the oven ready lasagna noodles. And let me open this up. And I broke them for where they're going to go inside of that jar. Okay? So we're going to take a scoop of this. Well, we're going to add a little bit more, about 2 scoops in the bottom. Okay? Then we're going to add our noodles. See, so you need to make sure that they'll go inside. Now I have my little scoop here. I'm going to push it down. And I will also use that little scoop whenever I go to get the pasta out of the jar. And you want to put about 4 of them in there. Okay? And then you're going to take some ricotta cheese, and you're only going to put 1 scoop into your jar. Okay, that's all you want to put in there. You don't want to add any more than that in that jar. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this until we get it up to the 2-inch mark, which is right as it starts going up. When it makes that bend, you're only going to put it around that jar right here. We're going to add some mozzarella to that. Just get a scoop, a handful, and don't worry about it getting everywhere because it's going to. And you just keep layering this. And remember, as you're layering, it will go down in the jar. I'm using probably about a cup to a cup and a half of the sauce. And then you just repeat it. You put like 4 pieces into your jar. Like I said, use your little scoop. Don't use a knife, a metal knife in your jars because it can break the jar and you don't want that to happen. And like I said, you just repeat. You just want to repeat that. You don't have to really mess around with that mozzarella, just put it in there. I mean, with the ricotta, I'm sorry. Now you can use your little deal here to put it in, but I find it's just as easy to do it like this. This is for my family. Now, if you're going to be giving it as a gift or something, you may want to do that. And like I said, you just repeat it. And that's all there is to it. And now I have my rag. It is wet. It is one of the kind that soaks water up real easy, but it does clean, and you want to make sure that you don't have any of that on the outside. and then just finger tight. Okay, you don't want to have it so tight, because the reason we want to leave room in here is because them noodles, whenever they cook, they're going to expand some. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we'll go to the next one. So I hope you'll stay with us. So we got 5 quarts of the lasagna. So next we're going to make is spaghetti with meat sauce. So basically all we do is we're going to use little pint jars. That's a 2-cup jar. And we're going to put some spaghetti noodles in it. Remember, spaghetti is going to get larger as it goes. So we're going to add our sauce. Now I did ground beef or minced meat, whichever way you want to say it, and I cooked it completely. And I added 2 of my homemade jars of pasta sauce and 3 quarts of water, and I stirred it up. And we're going to put it in there. And the reason you want to do that is because you want this pretty watery. That way the noodles will be able to cook in it. And your half pints is going to pressure can for 75 minutes, or you're going to water bath them for the same amount of time. So, and again, it's because you're using meat in your meal, and you want to bring it just right to the 1-inch mark, which is the first line on your jar. So we're going to continue doing this until we get all of our jars done. And I'll be back as soon as we get through, and I'll show you something else that we're going to make. So I hope that you'll stay with us. Hi y'all. So I got 9 quarts out of the spaghetti. So our next one is going to be a burrito in a jar. Now, it's very, very easy to do. You're going to take my blue deal. I think I left it over by the sink. You're going to take 1 cup of ground beef that has been fully cooked. You're going to have, we're going to put this in here. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to make sure that your hamburger meat is completely cooked no matter what. You're going to get some pinto beans, wash them real good and let them drain. And what that does is it cleans the beans. That way you don't have any rocks or dirt on them. Nobody wants dirt in their mouth. And just let them sit. Don't try to dry them or anything like that. You're going to use a half cup, and you're going to get a half a cup of beans. Put them in the bottom. You're going to do 1 cup of hamburger meat. You're going to do 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. 1 tablespoon doesn't seem like there's enough seasoning in it. Now, I did salt and pepper my hamburger meat. I do it all the time with all of my meat. Okay? We're going to take 1/4 of a cup of rice. You could use brown rice or white rice. I use white rice. We're going to put that in there. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of tomatoes. Now you can use Rotel, you can use salsa, you can use pretty much any kind that you want. This is diced tomatoes. I got one of the big 29-ounce cans and a 15-ounce can of, well, a 29-ounce can of oh my goodness, a little chopped up tomatoes and a can of the fire roasted chopped up tomatoes. And we're going to add a 1/4 cup of onions. And we're going to use 1/4 cup of bell peppers.
The spicy ones?
No, these are the colored and the green bell peppers. And we're going to use 1/4 of a cup of them.
So the sweet ones?
And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our beef broth and we're just going to fill our jar up to the 1-inch mark. And then we're going to take my little, I'm going to use this as a debubbler, okay? I've actually never used a debubbler before. So, and just stir it all around. And that's all you do. You bring it up to the 1-inch mark, which is again that first ring on your jar. And then we're going to wipe our jar. And like I said, a lot of people like to use vinegar. I just use regular water to wipe it off. And then we're going to put our lid on, finger tight. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to continue doing this until I get my jars full of however much I have. And I'm hoping to get maybe 5, maybe 6 jars. And then I'll be back with you. And I'll let you know how many I got. We'll do one more with you. So it's a 1/2 cup of pinto beans. Let me turn on my little camera over here That way you'll be able to see. So we're going to use a half a cup of pinto beans. Again, 1 cup of hamburger meat. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. And this is the mild taco seasoning. We're going to take a 1/3 cup. Where's my 1/3 cup? No, my 1/4 cup. It's my 1/4 of a cup of rice. And we're going to use a 1/3 cup, 1/3 of a cup, which is 6 tablespoons of onion. And again, we're going to use our 1/3 of a cup and our our bell peppers. And then we're going to fill this up to the 1-inch mark. And again, we're going to take our little debubbler and just stir it all around. You want to make sure you stir it all around. Now, I've never used a debubbler before, but my friend Marie at our Okie homestead said I need to use this. So we're going to wipe the rim. And we're going to put our lid on it. Make sure to back it off if you think it's too tight. And that's all you want right there. Do not tighten them lids down because it's going to build up too much pressure inside of that jar and you're going to have a busted jar. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep going until I get all of my jars filled, and I'll be back with you. Okay, I got 6 quart jars out of the burrito mix, and I hope that if you enjoyed this, I hope that you'll come back and enjoy more of what I have to offer. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll be able to get back on course and start baking some more and cooking some more for your enjoyment. And I appreciate you very much for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. This is Sandra, the Oklahoma Grammy. Bye. Thank you for watching.